Hi, Nicole here, and welcome to another video. Today's video is all about my lighting setup as a brand photographer, and I've been using the Flashpoint system. This is the XPLOR 600 Pro. This is the TTL. I've been using this for 3 years now, and I wanted to share what I love about this light, how I use it, and I thought it might be helpful for you too if you're ready to jump into a monolight system. All right, here we go. So over the years, I've been asked about my lighting setup, and I thought I'd take this opportunity to dive deeper into the Flashpoint system that I've been using for a one light setup. This is my main light, and I love it. I'm typically on location taking environmental portraits of a single individual, and this setup has worked out great. So here are some of the things that I love about this system. First, it's wireless, so I can be outside taking photos, I can be somewhere where there's no power. If it's indoor in a barn, taking photos, it's so versatile, and you don't have to worry about, oh, I can't shoot there because I don't have a power outlet. So I love that this was wireless. The other key factor for me was that I can control this light from my camera. Now, why was this a big deal? Before I went to a lighting system, a mono lighting system like this, I was using speed lights. So every time I needed to adjust the light, I would have to go over to the light, make the adjustment, and then come back and start that communication and interaction with the client again. Here, I can have the light set up and I can control the light output just from the transmitter that is on the top of my camera. It's super easy to use. Now, speaking of the transmitter, if I still wanted to throw a second light in and I had speed lights, you can get other transmitters to put on your speed light, and you can control it by the transmitter on top of your camera. I've done that as well. It works great. And the third item, so everything is on this touch screen here. You can still control the output if you wanted to here. It has a mono light, and you can control the output on that as well. Typically on these videos that I make for you, I'm using this light and I have the modeling light on. And since I'm using this as the video today, I have this big reflective panel here to try to bounce some light in. So if the lighting is a little different today, that's why. I'm typically on the modeling light with this, and it's worked out great so far. Okay, so let's put this into action. So now I'm going to grab my C-stand, set this light up so I can show you some other features that I love with accessories, etc. All right, let's do it. So the light is mounted to the C-stand. There's a handle on the side, which I love, and on the back, so I can release this and I can really move this where I need to direct the light onto my client. Okay, so I tighten that in, all right. There's a release on the side. You'll see it's pretty straightforward. And you pull that back and turn the lid, and then now the cap is off, the bulb is exposed. This comes with a Bowens mount, which is great because a lot of modifiers have that mount system, so I can kind of mix and match if you have a favorite type of modifier. If it has a Bowens mount, it can be used on this light. Okay, I opted for the glow modifier softbox. This is with the Flashpoint system. I just kind of kept it in the family. And this is the 38-inch modifier. This is my typical setup on probably 90% of all my environmental portraits. I do, however, have the 60-inch modifier that if I really need to throw some light, I have that as well. So with this modifier, kind of just shake it out. This is the mounting system, just so you can see it. Okay, and each one of these just clips into place. And once you use it a ton, it's going to get easier and easier. Okay. So now it's fully open, modifier ready to go. Since we're on this phase, I want to show you how to close it. There are 2 pieces here and 2 pieces up top here, 2 plastic pieces. And when you first get it, this is always a little bit tricky, but it's going to make a loud like pop that you know that you released it. And so it just needs a little muscle. And once you close it, you can see. Now, if they all don't kind of break down, just click it again and you'll get there. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead, put these back. All right. And you'll notice on the mount here, you have teeth, kind of almost like the little squares, 3 little squares, and those mirror what's on the light. And now I'm going to move this over so I have more room. And I just pick it up like this. I guide them in. And once they are in, I just turn and it clicks. All right. Okay, so that is the light all set up. I would position my client and then we would start taking photos. Now, when I start taking photos, here's a little tip. I will take an image of my client with 0 lighting. I just see how the natural light is doing in the environment. Then I will put this on 0, 0, so that's full power. Take a shot, and then adjust either up or down accordingly. And I can do that all with the transmitter on top. Now, speaking of the transmitter, so this is how I travel. Every time I have my light with me, this is always with me as well. In this Pelican 1050 case, to keep everything safe, I have the transponder. So I have the transponder. Then if I do use a speed light as a second light, this is the R2 by Flashpoint for Canon. I can just use that hot shoe to slide the speed light in, and now it works with the transponder. The other thing I have in here is always extra batteries, because these take AA batteries, which is great because you always have a ton of AA batteries. Okay, here we have the light mounted. We'll just angle it like this. All right, to turn this light on, there's a large circular button right at the bottom here. So you just hold that, and now you know it's on. And now we know the modeling light is on. So you can see this little light bulb here, it says it's off. I turn it on, you will see and start hearing the fan, the modeling light turn on. And you can still set it. A was corresponding to the transponder, and then the 0, 0 was, so if I go to, see, I'm always doing this on the transponder, so I can go set, and then I can control the power on the light if I'd like to, but I always love just still communicating with the client, and I can just quickly make the change on the camera and then move through the photo shoot. But you can control things here. Okay, so you have the wireless set up, so it's being triggered, and you have the TTL on, you have all the different channels that you can set up, but this is my channel A, this is my main light. If I have a second light, I can make that one, you know, B, and we can pair it with the transponder. Okay. This is the light that I've been using since 2018. I've been loving this, bringing this on location. Please let me know if you have any questions. Again, I went from speed lights to now going up to this type of system, and it's been great for my brand photography and taking on location portraits. All right, let me know if you have any questions. I'd be happy to help, and I'll talk to you soon.